Hello my fellow GameMelters, I'm Valentin and I'm super excited today because I'm bringing you the first episode of my new series called Android Gems. This series is going to be dedicated to discovering the best games on Android and bringing them to you so you don't have to download the 20th Candy Crush clone in hopes it's something good. The game we're looking at today is called Combo Quest. It's apparently a remaster or a spiritual successor, if you will, of a game called Patapon that was released for PSP some years ago, and I looked into it. The games look similar in terms of graphics. They're not exactly the same, as Patapon is a rhythm game while Combo Quest is more of a you have to tap the screen at the right time but not exactly adhering to a musical rhythm. Anyway, let's get into it. The thing you see on the screen, that's Mr. Combo right there. Obviously not his real name. It might be George or Jack or whatever, I don't know. But Mr. Combo has a little sword and a little shield, and he likes killing stuff by making huge combos, as you probably might imagine. He has two weapons. There's this axe on the left which gives you action spawn speed, and I'm gonna go over actions in a second. And there's also this sword which gives you more gold for killing enemies, and obviously being the super greedy person I am, we're always gonna go for the gold. There's also this shield. You can upgrade the shield as well, so we're gonna go ahead and upgrade it actually. That gives us more health and more everything. There are some upgrades here, tons of them actually. We're gonna go over those in a second when we come back from our first quest. So let's go ahead and kill some stuff so you can get a grasp of the mechanics of the game. I'm pretty far ahead in this game, so we're gonna go ahead and start from level 11. Alright, so here we are in the game, tap to start. So we're tapping to start and hopefully we encounter our first enemy. Basically it's an endless game. You have to tap when your blue marker is on top of the yellow cards. That's your action, so each action is like an attack or something. And the enemy also spawns actions, and those are the red cards which you're gonna see spawning from the right side and coming towards us. And if we tap when we are on top of them, we actually block their hits. So that's a way to survive, not take any damage. So we're gonna go ahead and start this one now. As you can see, every time we tap, the enemy takes some damage. And there's also a combo bar in the middle filling up. If one of the red cards gets to the leftmost position, we get some damage, so that's not something we want to do. After every enemy we kill, we can upgrade something. So in this case, we can upgrade combo damage, max health, or maximum damage. If we upgrade a combo damage, that means like the way combos work in this game is after every 10 successful hits, you can actually miss one. And what normally happens when you miss a hit is you get damage. But if you have 10 consecutive successful hits, when you miss one, you actually unleash the combo damage, which deals massive damage to the enemy, and that's what we're increasing. We're gonna go ahead and increase that. Hopefully we get some combo. You can see the combo counter in the middle of the screen. We're just gonna go ahead and very quickly try to kill this guy as well. We're already on 7 or 8, and we're gonna miss here because we were gonna miss that wing, which was getting to the far left. So as we missed, we got this giant fireball falling from the sky, or a meteor or whatnot, and it dealt tons of damage. Sometimes you get the full heal, so if you have taken some damage you can recover. If you increase minimum damage, you also increase the maximum as well. And if you increase maximum damage, you only increase the maximum damage, but by a bigger amount. So we're gonna go ahead and kill this guy as well. Hopefully we manage to get to the boss this time. There's a boss every 10 levels, so like level 10, level 20, level 30. Bosses are super strong. We'll keep increasing combo damage for now, just to try and get more and more damage in. Basically you can stack the combo indefinitely, and unless you miss a red action or you just misclick or something, you never take damage. So you can actually play this game indefinitely if you're very good. But you're probably not, because the bigger the combo you have, the quicker this blue stick runs. So as you can see, it's going pretty quick right now, and it becomes harder to hit the actions. So enemies also become stronger as you progress, as you might imagine. And they have different cards, so basically just bump this red bomb card which you just saw a second ago. We're gonna go ahead and get max health now. This bomb card, when you strike it, it destroys all the actions, so yours and the enemies. And those wings, they're super fast, so if you miss them, it's quite hard to catch up on them. And every time a red action gets to the left, you lose your combo as well. So your blue stick actually starts moving slower, and that might be a worse thing when you're trying to get rid of enemy actions. We're gonna go ahead and grab minimum damage here. Luckily you can skip the advertisements. Oh, they would be very pesky. You get them like every 3 or 4 levels. That's what the bomb does. it destroys everything. We missed the click here. And those shield ones, you have to actually hit them twice to destroy them. And you can't hit them twice in a quick succession. You have to hit them once, then wait for us to go all the way to the right and come back and then hit them again. We're gonna go ahead and increase combo damage. We're nearing the boss on level 20, and that's a huge guy dealing like 400 damage. As you can see, we have around 800 health. We intentionally missed a hit here, so because that wing was going to the left, and if you get hit, you're gonna lose your combo. You're not gonna do the damage. So it's sometimes better to release the combo earlier, so you don't get damaged. And here, that's the second boss in the game actually. The first one is way too easy for us with our current progression. And as you can see, our blue thing is moving super slowly now because the combo was reset. So it's very hard to catch up, and we actually got killed. You get some good stats. You get your hero level increased. I think that increases your health and your damage by a little bit, but not too much. So you can't depend on that. So we're gonna go back in the main menu, and we're gonna go over upgrades right now. So when you click the upgrade button, there are 4 categories. The first one is what your default attacks do. Those are the yellow cards you see, the yellow action cards. And the one we're using is it gets a little bit unresponsive sometimes. Yeah, the one we're using is called Combinator. So it has a small chance to do bonus damage based on your combo counter. And it's quite good if you're going for high combos, that's quite nice. The default one restores a little bit of health. There's a chance to restore a little bit of health when attacking. And there are all sorts of different ones. There's the poison one, which actually deals poison to the enemies. And you also have a tiny chance to stun. You can only use one of those 8 you see here. Then you get the attack cards, and you probably saw it in the playthrough. There are some orange cards instead of yellow ones, and basically those orange ones are my special attacks. And you can only have one active at a time, same as before, but they're different. So the orange ones for now deal more damage, but you can get a different one. For example, the Berserk Strike, which deals more damage for the less amount of health you have. So it's very good if you're just surviving and using that. You can do tons of damage, but it is quite risky. Then you get the defense ones, and there's like a proper heal, which just restores some health. And there's also the healing shield, which actually creates a shield which absorbs the next attack, and also heals the hero for the amount of damage I think that was gonna be dealt or something. I still haven't used it. And you also have the passives. You can only have one passive active at a time. This game is quite punishing in terms of upgrades. You can't have them all, which I don't like. But we're of course going for the gold. We're super greedy. You have all sorts of different ones. So you have the Berserker, which the less health you have, the more actions you have, so it becomes increasingly harder to miss. So you actually become better at dealing damage, and you deal more damage. And there's also regeneration, which passively restores health, and that one is quite good. I was gonna use it, but then I saw gold, so I just went for gold. And yeah, that's pretty much the upgrade system. It's not the most complicated, it's not the deepest, and the whole game is not like a super deep game or anything. It is just a fun little game. You can lose time. It is very well made. As you can see, no in-app purchases, at least I didn't see any. I'm not sure there are any at all. There are advertisements though, and they don't disrupt the gameplay, but you get them like in between waves of enemies. They can be a bit annoying, especially if you get in the zone and you're super good and you're hitting all your attacks and everything, you're never missing anything, and then you get like 30 seconds advertisement, and it just stops you. It's like a timeout. Not the best thing, but they are alright. You can obviously watch an advertisement. If you look at the top right corner, you can watch an advertisement to get some more gold, so that's good. You get a fair progression in terms of experience. You get a fair amount of gold, so you don't need to watch those advertisements as long as you're good enough in the game. This game is free on the Google Play Store. I would recommend that you go ahead and check it out. You can lose 5 minutes while waiting for a bus, or 10 minutes while having to do something that you don't want to do, or just play a little bit on your break. It doesn't require any internet connection or anything, so it's a rather good choice as a time waster. That was all from me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episodes of this series, and thank you very much for watching.